Morning, everyone. Today is Thursday, September 5th. Today is Declaration Day. Happy Declaration Day. They should be announcing very soon. YieldMax should be announcing what they're going to pay for their distributions. By the way, you will have this full trading day to buy in order to qualify for the distribution, because tomorrow is ex-dividend date. Tomorrow is when the price will drop by the distribution plus or minus movement in the underlying. So let's see what happens. So anyway, today we will cover the YieldMax funds, TSLY, CONY, NVDY, and Misty. All right. So let's get to it. Right now I have a put on the screen. As you know, I typically just go through and advise you of any trades I do the day prior. And yesterday, TNA finally dipped a little. It finally went under like $40 or so. So I sold a put into next week, next Friday, September 13th, $35. It's a good price range, in my opinion, for TNA. That paid 53 cents per share, or $53. It yielded about 60% on an annualized basis. So, to me, it's not bad because this is an index. Although it's triple leverage, it's still an index. So, it's a little safer, in my opinion, than an individual double leverage stock. Okay, let's get to it. So who had trades? Nvidia had trade, Misty had a trade. That's it. So, it doesn't get more simple than that. 3 transactions, and we could break it down really quick. When you go to the YieldMax website and you click on intraday trades, it will download all of the trades for all of the funds. You have to click it after 4 p.m. when the market closes. Typically, they'll post it around 4:30 or 5 p.m. and you have to get it before 12 a.m. the following day. It's only there for a certain amount of time, so you got to be quick. So if you did that, you would see NVIDIA has this. So what is this? To the left, from left to right, it's execution date, it's ticker, and then it's the ticker it's trading options on. Then in that big mishmash of stuff, it's year, month, day. It represents the date, the expiration date of the options contract. Then there's a letter, which represents the C or the P, call or put. And then there's a number, which represents the strike price, followed by zeros to fill, the gap. Obviously, if numbers are not needed, they fill it with zeros. Following that is the actual transaction. B would be buy. And then SS would be short sale. And then after that, number of contracts, 2,400. And then to the right of that, the last column, execution price. So the first row, what is the first row? If you're looking at this yourself, how do you know what they're doing? Well, you know that this is NVIDIA. You know that they're trading NVIDIA. That's pretty easy. Then you look at the date. Okay. This has a date of what? 9/20. 9/20 is a little further out, right? And then it has a strike price of 116. So you may recall they have a synthetic position that has a 116 strike price. So, and they have a B for buy. So they bought a call with a 116 strike, 9/20 expiration, 2,400 contracts. And right below that, same exact thing, same exact data. The only thing that changed is the transaction, SS, short sell, and the transaction for P for put. So they bought a call and they sold a put, same date, same strike, same contracts. So that's adding to the synthetic position. Most of you know that, but I'm just explaining it for new viewers. Hopefully they can understand it. And then on the very bottom, the third row, pretty simple. Once they add that to the synthetic position, now they're able to trade 2,400 contracts. So what do? They traded 2,400 contracts same day. And they sold a call, SS, short sale, sold a call, 115 strike, 913 expiration. So, oddly enough, 115 is below the, the synthetic. So, we'll see how this plays out. And also 913, that's next week. So today is only Thursday. We still have 2 trading days left of this week. And then obviously we have 5 for next week. So this is for 7 trading days. But anyway, let's plug it into the spreadsheet and see what we're looking like here. All right, if we go to Mr. NVIDIA himself, here's the 116. So on the top, as you can see from the very top, I'm adding contracts as they add them into it. And then I have a running total on the right. So we have 2,400 contracts. And to add that position, we actually got paid. Why did we get paid? Because it's very, very risky to add to this current position, right? Because this is a bullish play. You know, when you choose a strike of 116 and NVIDIA is at 106 and you're being bullish on that number, you're going to get paid. So we got paid, you know, about 1.5 mil, a little more than that. So because the put was, you know, the put credit was much greater than the call credit. And by the way, this is the last date of August. So this August debit here, August profit number, this is the closeout. I did not add September data yet, but I'll add September. But effective anything that's trades today, because today's declaration date, which means I'm not counting any numbers, you know, any amounts that they make today into August. That's going to go to September. So this is the closeout. This synthetic expires in 16 days. All right, so let's go right to the August tab and see what happened yesterday. Well, Nvidia went down 1.66%. NVDY went down 1.25%. I mean, what you would have thought, maybe a slight recovery day at least, but after a 9.53% decline, it went down 1.66%. September, we are getting our butts kicked if we're holding Nvidia or NVIDIA. Good Lord. But yeah, Nvidia went down 1.66, NVIDIA 1.25. Now, if we look at the transactions for this week, let me zoom in a little bit, zoom out a little bit. Never works. All right, good enough. All right, so for yesterday, real quick, the 2,400 contracts, they added them, 115 strike. Again, that expires for next week. 8.28% out of the money, annualized yield 61%. Perfect. I mean, that's typically what they shoot for, so no complaints there. And as you may recall, the day before, they closed out all their trades, right? There's no reason to hold them open. Cost them pennies on the dollar to close it. So where do they stand? Because they traded into next week for all of the contracts as is. So they sit at a 118. All the other contracts sit at a 118. You know, it's about 84,000 contracts, 118 strike. Now 11.1% out of the money with 7 trading days. So that's not a bad position to be in if you're going to be 7 trading days out till expiration, selling the call. Again, Nvidia could recover that in 7 days easily. But, you know, we don't know what's going to happen. Nvidia's been on a downward and it's been a little tough. Outstanding shares, big increase, 600,000. 600,000 increase. Haven't had that type of increase since early August. So what does that mean? People see discount. Okay, 30-day IV, 58%. Outstanding shares, by the way, this is it. This is closeout, 40,450,000. Total net income is not income. Unfortunately, for the month of August, it was a loss of 18.6 million on the weekly calls. You know, you can't do good every month. It is what it is. Okay, reaction. Yeah, he's in the dark. He's a little pissed. You know, he's the GOAT. You know, the GOAT doesn't lose. And the GOAT had a rough month. So the GOAT, he's kind of hiding in the closet, in the broom closet maybe. I don't know. All right, so what do we got? What do we end up for the month? So we ended up with a synthetic income of 12.3 million, a short call loss of 18.6. So total net loss was 6.3 million. All right. Doesn't matter, guys. They're going to pay us regardless. What are they going to pay us? That's the question. They're going to announce that before 9 a.m. typically. The Rotometer is useless in this example because if there's no income, the Rotometer cannot help. So we have to look at the IV, and then we look at the, you know, the actual estimate that I proposed. The IV is at 59%. If you use that alone based on the current price, it's 112. My estimate was approximately 110. Well, no, not approximately. It was 110. So what is it going to be? I guess, you know, around there. I don't know. We'll see. Has to be. All right. Outstanding holdings. What are we looking at? Well, again, their synthetic expires pretty soon, September 20th, and it's not looking good. So we need green. I mean, the calls can handle it. So we need green for the synthetic. So let's just freaking go up, man. Nvidia, it's time to recover. Enough's enough. Stop playing games. Net asset value, 926 mil. The NAV is 22.91. Trade price, 22.96. So that's Nvidia. Like I said, I'm ready for Nvidia to recover in my Nvidia share. I'm almost at my freaking cost basis. And if I get below my cost basis, I'm going to have to buy more Nvidia. That's not a bad thing, but it's not somewhere I really want to be. Okay. Misty. Same thing, 3 transactions. I'm not going to bore you guys with the details again, but in summary, buy call, sell put, sell call. So adding 250 contracts to the synthetic position and then selling calls right away. Expiration date of 9/13 next week. So take a look, see what it looks like. All right, where's Misty? There's Misty. By the way, today is also Defiance Payday. So check your brokerage and share. We have a dividend porn channel in my Discord. Share your dividend porn. I want to see these massive payments from Defiance. All right, so the synthetic, they added 250 contracts, and similar to NVDY, they got a credit because this is a high risk move, adding to a strike price that's higher than the current price. But overall, what they got about 300K for that move. But this one's a little different because it expires in 44 days. They have a little more time to recover. And they're 10% away though, man. Misty, crypto in general, man. Woo, getting their butts whooped. Okay, let's move on. Hello, August. Let's see what you got. All right, so after getting mauled the day before, it went down at 7.63%. MSTR actually had a decent recovery, up 2.07%. MSTY, okay, up 1.87%. So what about the calls? They didn't close their calls, so they got a lot open here. Let's take a look at it. Let me zoom out. Here we go. Okay, well, let's talk about yesterday's trade real quick. So they added the 250 to the synthetic you saw. So they chose a strike price into next week, 7 trading days, 133. That's 6.53% out of the money. Yeah, I'm looking at that. I'm like, what? So I go to annualized yield, 100%. Their IV is 82%. Little tight, little risky in my opinion. But again, that's only 250 contracts. They did not make any moves for next week. Everything else, they got scattered strikes all over the damn place here. The lowest strike price here, where is it? 133, 1,580 contracts. That's 6.53% out of the money. Oddly enough, that's the same strike for next week. But that, again, they only have 2 trading days for that. But the largest position that expires on Friday, 2 days away, 31,735 contracts, 137 strike, 9.73% out of the money. That looks okay. But again, if MSTR stays flat or it goes down today, these are probably going to be really cheap to close, so they should probably make the move. Then they got 800 contracts, 138 strike, 10.53% out of the money. That looks to be pretty safe. And then they have 500 each. They got a 143 and a 145, both 500, 14 and 16% out of the money. So it looks like MSTY is going to have a successful win unless explosions happen today. But I haven't seen any sign of that. Okay. Outstanding shares did go up 525,000. I mean, that is a big jump too. When's the last time they had a jump like that? Early August. So people are buying in early in the month. That is the trend, huh? People get paid first of the month, maybe? I don't know. 30-day IV, 82%. Outstanding shares, 20.8 mil. All right, they got income. So month of August, Misty produced, these are closeout numbers again, 15.8 mil. So for the weekly calls alone, they produced 76 cents per share. Daily income, 3 cents a day. Daily yield, 0.11%. Annualized at 41%. So again, using your money, weekly calls alone, again, selling calls with your money, they produced 41% annualized yield. Is that okay? Is that good enough? You know, you have to ask yourself that. All right, so we go to reaction. Yeah, man. Misty, fund manager, he's a little pissed off. You know, he's like, what the hell's going on with crypto? You know, he's been getting attacked. Misty's never seen like prices like this low. So he's just ready to he's ready to blow up at people. But I hope the best for him, you know? It's going to be a new month, Mr. Misty Fund Manager, so hang in there. Could be a lady, of course, I know. Synthetic loss for the month, 43 mil, so we'll focus on short call income. That's 15.8 mil, and that comes to 76 cents per share. Since there's 0 days left, the Misty Rotometer should show 76 cents, and yes, it does, because again, this estimator takes into consideration how much per share we have earned for the month, plus the daily average, times the number of days left. Since there's no days left, this is the actual estimate based on weekly call income alone, and that's 76 cents. However, I don't think we're going to get paid that low. So let's go to my estimate next to the IV estimate. So in red is the IV of 82%. That would pay you 153. I gave them 155, which ends up being 83%. So again, I'm feeling pretty good about my estimates based on where it is against the IV. But, in reality, to be honest, they could pay us 76 cents. So we should not be completely surprised if we do get a payment like that. So I just want to let you guys know that. I know people are going to be pissed off. I'm going to be super pissed because I was expecting in the $1.50 range. And should they pay that? That's another story for another day. But for now, these are the three numbers we got. It can't be lower than 76 cents. There's no way. But let's hope it's in this range here. All right, so let's go to holdings. What do we got here? Well, again, we got the synthetic put in pink, synthetic call in orange, and then in blue, oh my God, we got everything. We got all kinds of calls. But, 9-6 is row 6 to row 10. So if we look 6 to 10, see how much it costs to close them? 80 cents, 45 cents, 38 cents, 11 cents, 8 cents. So like I said, if MSTR opens kind of flat or red, just get rid of this crap. Close these suckers out. Let's move on. Let's take the profit and we'll talk about next week. All right. Total net assets, 463 mil. The NAV is 22.24 and the trade price is 22.32. So that's Misty. All right, on to the others that don't have trades. Since I just did Misty, it's only fair I cover its friend Coney, who's been getting his ass kicked for quite some time now. They have a synthetic 195 that expires 44 days away, 16.3% away. Yikes. This other synthetic, it's a 175, 44 days away, 6.73% away. The larger of the two, though, is the 195 with 28,000 contracts versus 6,000 contracts on the other. All right, let's go to the August tab and see what we're dealing with. Did Coin recover? No. Coin, after a horrible day before, unlike MSTR, Coin went back down yet again. Do you believe this? Is this fair? I mean, you would think Coin is the monopoly of crypto, at least in the US. What the hell is going on? Anyway, Coin went down 3.49%. Coney went down 3.19%. Ew, ew, ew. Coney at $13. I mean, could you imagine? We never would have thought we'd be in that position. I am actually buying Coney at this price. I'm averaging down on the way down with it because I do expect a turnaround. But what the hell do I know? I'm a guy recording on a cell phone in a garage, so I would not take advice from me. All right. So where do we stand? Again, there's no trade. So I'm just recapping kind of what we're dealing with heading into next week because they already closed out what expires this Friday. All right, so they have two strike prices. The lowest strike price is 190. Let's just say, we'll call it 18,000 contracts. That's 16% out of the money, 16.41% out of the money. All right, at least the calls look pretty damn good. And then there's 17,100 contracts, 195 strike price. This one's even better, 19.47% out of the money. Okay, so that's big cushion. All right, so let's get moving, guys. All right, look, outstanding shares, another increase, 200K increase. So people are buying. Like I said, I think people get paid first of the month. Who knows? I should keep track of that. 30-day IV, 69.43%. Outstanding shares, 41,800,000. Total net income. Again, closeout for August. Coney made 39.9 mil. So after, Coin kind of taking a crap, it's been a rough month for Coin. Coney made 39.9 million on the weekly calls. That's a distribution per share of 95 cents, a daily income of 3 cents a day, a daily yield of 0.23%, and an annualized yield of 85%. So yeah, regardless of what you see in the price, because the price is going down simply because of the underlying. It has nothing to do with the weekly calls. Meanwhile, YieldMax, they've been yielding us 85% on an annualized basis all month. So we've been earning premium, on the way down. Yes, Coney's been going down because the synthetic is going down, but they're still earning us premium. So, reaction, this is just me, my thoughts. I feel like coin is just gonna boom, blow up, right? It's been just getting hammered. I don't know why. I don't read the news enough at all, to be honest. I should, I know, but who the hell has time? It's all garbage, and most of it's garbage. But anyway, I just think it's just gonna blow. I think coin is gonna blow up. Coney will go up with it, and we'll have a decent recovery. How long will that last? I don't know. Maybe we'll just continue to drop though. Who the hell knows? But I feel like we're due soon. All right, August closeout numbers, 113 mil loss on the synthetic. So obviously we can move on from that note. Short call income though, again, the weekly calls produced 39.9 mil. That's 95 cents per share. So that's what the Rotometer is going to show, 95 cents per share. Now, what does the IV show? 79 cents per share. What does my estimate show? 92 cents per share. So again, when I make the estimate, I don't have all of the days in advance that lead up to declaration date. So, no, number one, because I'm not going to do the estimate a day before. What the hell is the point? And number two, I only have time on the weekends for it. But regardless of that, my estimate is 92 cents. The income estimate is 95 cents. The IV estimate is 79 cents. When the income estimate is higher than the IV estimate, I ignore the IV estimate. So let's take out the red. Let's focus on the green. So I think the estimate, it could be 95 cents. It could be 92 cents. I think it's going to be in that range. Will it be $1? I don't think so. But I've been wrong many times before. I got no problem being wrong. Because I own Coney. If it's $1, fine, I'll take it. All right, what do we got here on the holding? Synthetic put, synthetic call. They expire 10/18 though, so we got time. And then again, in blue are the calls for next week, so we don't need to talk about that. Let's focus on the total net assets or assets under management or AUM, whatever the hell you want to call it. 569 mil. The NAV is 1363. The trade price is 1365. Ew, I hate saying that. $13 for Coney. It's like TSLY range. Speaking of TSLY, let's go say hi. Hi, TSLY. All right, you got a synthetic. You got a 210 synthetic, 44 days away. That's actually, they're ahead. They're ahead 4.48%. Then you got another synthetic, a 215 expires 44 days away. They're ahead on that one too. So they are synthetically green. Look at that. Beautiful thing. Okay, August tab, man. August tab. What do we got? What do we got? Look at that, man. Tesla, what's going on with you? Like Tesla's, it doesn't know what it wants. It goes up, it goes. If you actually follow Tesla throughout the day, it is just all over the place. I love it though, man. It is perfect for options if you have any damn time in the day. I know not many of you do because most of us work. Well, maybe half of us. I don't know. All right, but Tesla did go up for the day, 4.18%. TSLY went up 2.27%. Not bad. A little capped, but not bad. Yeah, speaking of capped, unfortunately, yeah, we're back to being capped. All right, let me zoom in for you guys. So no trades, so we'll just do the status update. They got trades open for the week still. They got 2 strike prices. The lowest strike price, unfortunately, the lowest is the biggest position. 30,648 contracts, 215 strike price. That's 2.01% in the money. When we say in the money, Unfortunately, that means Tesla price went above their strike price. When you sell a call and you choose a strike price and the underlying goes above that strike price, that's what you do not want to happen. All right, since they don't have shares that actually get called away, they actually will have to cash settle should it end up in this result. But we still have today and tomorrow, so they may let it go, till tomorrow. The other position, 2,215 contracts, 217.50 strike price. That's 0.87% in the money. So both of these, as we stand, as of the close yesterday, that they are in the money. So we kind of need Tesla to go down. The break even, the lowest break even is 217.32. Tesla's at 219.41. So yeah, in order to win these calls for the week and make a profit, which again, that is the point. That is what we want to do. Again, ignore the synthetic does what the underlying does. So we kind of just, when we talk about the weeklies, we can't, worry about the synthetic. We want to win the weeklies. And are we winning the weekly right now? No. Is Tesla green pre-market? Last time I looked, yes. So that, unfortunately, yeah, that sucks. But you never know what'll happen. Like I said, Tesla goes haywire half the day. Outstanding shares, no movement, no increase. People got paid on the first, and they said, no thanks, I'm good on Tesla. All right, so 30-day IV, 53%. Outstanding shares, 51,225,000. Total net income, ew. Well, at least it's net income. 1.2 mil. That's a distribution of 2 cents a share. Daily income of 0. Daily yield of 0.01%. Annualized yield of 2.09%. Obviously, these are some rookie numbers here. Why? Well, there's your cap. All right. I mailed in a cap to the Tesla fund manager. Hopefully they'll get it today because they're capped. They're capped for the week. Nothing you could do. It's Tesla, man. Whoever has to trade this one, good luck, because it's not easy. All right, what do we got? We got synthetic loss of 184 mil. We got synthetic income of 1.2 mil. That comes to 2 cents per share. These are the closeout numbers. So obviously a Rodamator estimate of 2 cents. I'm not using that number, obviously. So let's go to the IV and let's go to my estimate. The IV shows currently, again, this is the 30-day average IV, 53%. And that comes to 62 cents per share. My estimate came to 58 cents per share. So I would expect it, in that range, to be honest. No more. I know last month they paid $1, but they had, they made more money. So what can you do? This is still a 50 to 53% yield. So again, I expect the payment to be in that range. All right. What do we got? Synthetic put, pink. Yeah, synthetic call, orange. And then the weeklies, 9.6. You could see as of now, they cost, like the biggest position cost $6.58 to close. What did they make when they opened it, right? Let's check. They made $2.32 per share. That is a massive loss. So if Tesla continues to go up, it's just going to get worse and worse. We're going to have to cash settle. Right now, it's going to cost us 20.1 mil. But again, yeah, you never know. Let's not jump to conclusions yet. All right. Total net assets, 714 mil. The NAV is 1396, and the trade price equally 1396. So let's see how that plays out. All right, let's go to the pre-market and see where we're at. Let's hit refresh. There we go. Got some latest news right there. 539, Tesla says it's planning FSD rollout in Europe. Wall Street is sweating the job market. God, it's so annoying to read the news. I don't know. Anyway, let's look at Tesla. Oh, that's not good. Tesla, what are you doing? What are you doing, Tesla? It's not good for my calls either, because all my shares are gonna be called away. Anyway, Tesla is up 2.22%. It's at 224.27. Stays like this, yeah. Tesla screwed. Look at Tesla. It's only up 0.57%. Obviously, that movement, you see Tesla is up 2.22. Tesla up 0.57. Why? What's the why the variance here? Well, again, every time it goes up, the call costs a little more money, and it pushes our total net assets down. But the buy call portion of it keeps gaining money, and then the sell put keeps costing less. So those two things are pushing it up, right? So that's why we are up, right? When we say capped, we're not completely capped. It depends where the synthetic is. So we're still going to make money, just a lot less, right? If our call was further out of the money, we could be up, say, 2%, for example, but we're not. Someone asked me yesterday, I don't know where it was. It was a comment. It was a really good question. He said, since options don't trade on, trade after hours or pre-market, how does TSLY and the YieldMax funds show movement on the pre-market and after hours? And I gave an answer, but I wasn't sure about it. I just said, even though you can't trade it, I believe, the price changes do reflect as far as what the premium values are worth. You just can't execute the trades. That was my answer. I don't know if anyone has a better answer, but if that person is listening, feel free to ask that question when I go live with Jay and Sylvia at the end of this month. It'll be a Monday, I believe. That's a really good question. Maybe, I think it is. I don't know what you guys think. Maybe the answer is obvious. And by the way, this update for pre-market is as of 5:24 a.m. Nvidia is up. Oh my God, Nvidia is green. It's only green 0.37% though, so let's not get too excited. It's at 106.60. NVDY is not updated. What the hell? Well, it's at 22.96. Coin, good Lord, Coin. Poor Coin. Man, they are down 0.7%. They're at 162.08. Coney, down 0.37%. They're at 13.60. MSTR is down. Good God. It's down 1.47%, 123.02. MSTY is down 1.08%. It's at 22.08. TSLL is up 4.96%. It's at 10.59. TNA, it was green. Now it's down. All right, it's down 0.23%. It's at 39.83. AMDY is down 0.21%. It's at $14. AMZY, no update. It's at 19.17. Bitcoin, man, Bitcoin, what the hell are you doing? It's down 2%. Someone chart Bitcoin. What's the bottom here? When are we going to bounce back up? Bitcoin's at 56,902. Shit, what a shit. And then you have BitX, double Bitcoin. Here we go. We're down 4.34%. My puts may be a sign on BitX, but you know what? I don't really give a damn. I'll make money on the upside when it flips up. So let them get assigned. All right? We ain't scared. We ain't scared of assignment, Anyway, so that's the update. That's the pre-market update. That's the trade update. That's the status update. By the way, there's a big discussion going on in the YieldMax YouTube land, which I haven't really touched, but a lot of people are kind of mad at Jay for when he answered, or I'll say maybe pushed away the question of why doesn't YieldMax pay weekly? All right. And Jay, I think he kind of said, like, what is the need? Explain the need, this is when Coach was interviewing him. But my opinion on that, if you guys give a damn, is these funds, YieldMax, they keep in mind, they sell calls typically weekly. And you've seen on NVDY, sometimes 2 weeks out. How can they pay you weekly if on some instances they're not even making money weekly, right? So if they sell calls, they skip a week. The week in between, where's that money coming from? That's automatically coming from the net, the total net assets, when there's no income made for that week. If you look at Roundhill, that's a 0 DTE. They make money on a daily freaking basis. So the fact that they pay weekly, it actually makes sense. YieldMax, they do weekly, or every 2 week calls. They could go even more per the prospectus. They can go out 1 month. So it's not really a strategy that is set up to pay weekly. Defiance is, if you ask Sylvia this question, it makes sense. So that makes sense. They're not 0 DTE, they're 1 DTE. But, still, I don't see why they can't pay weekly. So maybe people should grill her on that. because it's a legit question. But for something that does weekly or every 2 week calls, we're crying for weekly pay. It doesn't make sense. And that's just my thought on it. So I don't want weekly from these funds. If people are saying, all right, I want weekly from another fund, I'm down for that. Come up with a new fund, a new strategy. It has to be a little different, or whatever. Or the other option is, of course, making another fund to pay on a different pay date. That's also an option too, right? But they cover two separate time frames throughout the month. I mean, do we really want to be that heavy in YieldMax that every single week of the month we're going to get paid from them? I mean, I personally don't. So I'm fine with their 2 pay dates as it is. I know a lot of people are like saying they're going to die out if they don't pay weekly, which I completely disagree. I think they own the market and they don't have to do a damn thing. They don't have to do a damn thing. They can keep it monthly and people are going to stay with them. In time, yes, competition will, if they don't change or adjust, yeah, they could be pushed out. But as of today, I think they still, are running things clearly. But yeah, that's just my opinion on the weekly versus monthly pay. Let me know what you guys think. Does that make sense? I just don't want that, on this strategy. If you come out with a daily trading strategy, sure, pay me weekly. And will I buy it? Probably. Depends what it is. Again, I have, I like Round Hill and I like Defiance, they work differently, but they work good. But yeah, anyway, enough harping on that. It's 5:48. I got to get moving here. As always, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. This video is for fun and entertainment. So hopefully you had fun. Hopefully you were entertained. If not, we will try again tomorrow. If you enjoy this content, please hit the like button. If you have any questions or concerns, leave them in the comments down below. If you would like to help the channel further, there's a couple ways now. One is just sharing it with your friends and family. Simple, hit the share button, send them a text. Here you go, watch this douchebag on YouTube, right? And then they'll say, hell no, but at least you tried. The other option is we have a membership program. This is just if you want to help me an additional, there's a 99-cent, ROD supporter option and another option. I think it's $3 or $4.99. I don't even remember. ROD Wolfpack, which I'll eventually start posting out some separate content for that or do different things. I already launched some videos earlier for them to see, beforehand, before others. But obviously not these videos because these are premiered. All right. That being said, keyword time. Today is the first day of school where I live. So keywords got to be back to school. Yep. My 8-year-old's going back to school, going to 3rd grade. So it should be fun. Not for him, but for us. And should be a good time. It's also the first freaking baseball game. It's also Declaration Day. It's a very busy day. But anyway, the keyword back to school is going to overlap everything. So if you made it this far in the video and you want to prove it, all you have to do is type back to school in the comments. All right. And then you can post any questions or comments that you have after that. Sound good? All right. Thank you for watching, everyone. Have a great day. Later.